It's me! What is going on with this picture? I'm like half wearing a tie. Like, what?
Bless you.
Okay, mind you, people would comment to me when I was in middle school that I looked like one of those boys in the African commercials that they would ask you to donate 30 cents a day or whatever. People said I look like that. This picture, I'm crying. This picture was taken over 2 years after when this story takes place. So imagine this, subtract 2 years. Now where this story is gonna take place. You know, I have so many of these stupid, dumb middle school stories. So if you want me to go in this direction, there's plenty more, all right? But let's ease into it. So this story is gonna be about the first time I told someone I liked them.
That is so cute. I don't think
It
I've
is
ever
pretty
heard
cute.
this story.
Imagine the year 2005. I'm in Trafalgar Middle School. I was a frail boy, okay? I was a little man. When I was in the 6th grade, I was like, they thought I was smart or whatever. So they made me take classes with
smart.
8th graders. So most of my time I was like the 6th grader in 8th grader classes. And then I had 2 normie classes, like 2 classes with the lamos, with the standard population, with the civilians, right? And that was, I think, science and like, reading or something like that. So in my science class, there was a girl my age that I was crushing on big time. And when I crushed back then, I was like full on like in love with these girls. And it was like, I was fully, I mean, not like I was getting it anyways, but like I was fully monogamous. All of my energy and attention and focus in my entire life was dedicated to that one person. That's how I would crush on someone. It was insane. I loved this girl in my class. What should I call her? Let's call her Sam. I was in love with Sam in my class. Ever since I first saw her, since the first day of class, I saw her and like my eyes lit up. I had a thing for white girls. She was the whitest girl I had seen in my life. Like she didn't even know what the sun was. I was like, oh my God, I'm in love. It's true love right now. I went crazy. But before this, I never told anyone I liked them. I would crush on someone for years and years. Oh my gosh, crush on someone is in huge air quotes. As an elementary schooler, I had like 2 previous crushes and I liked them for like 3 years and never told them anything. My dad would give me advice and I would never take it. He'd be like, just tell them you like them. And then I would say no, because then I would die. I would actually explode at that moment and just die. So I never told anyone that I liked them. And then I was living with that regret into middle school. So I went to middle school, I was like, you know what, I'm a man, it's a new phase of my life. You know, I'm gonna do man things. And being a man includes telling the woman of your dreams that you're in love with her. Baby steps. I go in and then we talk a little more at lunch and then I kind of see her when she's hanging out with her friends and like I approach them and we have conversations. Yeah, this was 6th grade. I was being a man. I was stepping up my game. I was flexing. My mom had just gotten me a silver chain. So I started wearing my silver chain. I was spitting game. I was killing it, all right? So at parent pickup every day, I would stand next to her and we would talk. And then I remember she would talk to me about Dancing with the Stars. Not my kind of show, especially when I was in middle school. But I pretended like if I watched it. So just so we could have a conversation. Anytime there was an episode, the next day she would talk to me about her thoughts, how she thought the judges were wrong or right, and how the dresses looked. And I was like, yes, I love the dress, and that blue dress was just popping. The dance moves were amazing. The judges were completely wrong. I'm with you. Like I was like really sowing the seeds so that we would be friends and eventually get married. Like that's what was going on in my mind. So then one of those days I do it. I take my dad's advice. I actually build up the courage. My testicles drop an inch. And I'm like, I'm gonna tell a woman how I feel. I go to parent pickup and I'm nervous. I'm sweating, but I actually go for it. I stand next to her at parent pickup. She's talking about Dancing with the Stars or some other thing I don't care about. And I'm not paying attention. I'm not listening. It's like in a movie when a grenade goes off, there's that moment of just pure whiteness and like you can't hear anything, you've gone deaf. You know, her mouth was moving, but it was like the universe had contracted and expanded to the point where I wasn't even matter anymore and nothing mattered. And in that, I said how I felt. Hey, Sam, I like you. And I want you to be my girlfriend. I know.
Dang.
I know, right? Killing it, right? Killing the game. And then.
That's so blunt. Good for you, man.
Dang, I know, right? It hits her. This is a surprise to her. So she's like, oh, listen, I'm in the 6th grade. As if I don't know. I'm like, yeah, I know. Me too. We're in the class together. My dad doesn't want me dating anyone. I can't have a boyfriend until I'm in the 8th grade or whatever. She gave me some, you know, BS. But I ate it up. I was like, well, whenever you're ready, I'll talk to your dad. I'll be that man. I'll take those steps.
I'm so This was in your head, right?
No, I was like, oh, whatever, that makes sense. We're young, we got a future ahead of us. Listen, whenever you want, I'll talk to your dad. I'll do it. I'm here for you. Okay, don't forget about me when we hit 8th grade. Like, I get it. Like, I was understanding. I was cool about it in my head.
I'm shook. If they could see my face right now.
Me in 6th grade. Like, looking back, I was like, he did that, you know?
You don't even do that now.
No, yeah. Well, there's a reason for that. So, you'll see.
This is the beginning. This is the first
Exactly.
time
You'll
of
see.
time.
Yeah, this is a formative.
This is it.
Yeah. This is the first time I tell someone I like them. It didn't go well. It could have gone worse. You know, I still took it as a W. We kept talking about Dancing with the Stars. Her dad picked her up, and then I got picked up. I told my dad about it. He was like, "Iho, you did a great job." So the next day, I see her in class, but we don't talk. She avoids me. So I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, but you know what? She's been through a lot. She's thinking about our future together. You know, she's got a lot on her mind, and she doesn't want to talk to me about how desperate she is for us to become 8th graders so we can date, and I can tell her dad the truth about how she feels about me. So then lunch goes, and then she avoids me at lunch too. And I was like, you know what? She's thinking about Dancing with the Stars, and she's thinking about dancing with me. And you know what? She just hasn't built up the courage herself to tell me how she feels about me. But you know what? I know she's working on it. And you know, I trust and love her enough to give her that space as a 6th grader. This is my mental process. So on the way back from lunch, going to science class, I see she's talking to all the popular girls. She didn't really roll with that crowd. So I was like, huh, I'm moving up the social ladder by liking her, you know, by sowing the seeds there. I'm like, all right, so when we start dating, she's gonna be a popular girl. You know, I was like, all right, I see she's making moves for our relationship in the future. We're going to the same class. We're going from lunch to science class, all of us. So like, we're walking, not together, but we're all going to, I don't know if you know what I'm saying. It's like I was within earshot. I could hear what she was saying, is what I'm saying. And then by the time I kind of get within earshot of them, I hear them say my name. Josh? Like the popular girls. I was like, what? The popular girls are talking about me. They're talking about me, all the popular girls. I was like, what? No way. Like, what? And then she was like, yeah, he told me he liked me. And they're like, what? No way, I can't believe it. And she was like, yeah, I didn't know what to say. And I was like, yeah, I know. You know, what are you gonna do when Will Smith tells you he likes you? Like, it's crazy, I get it. So I was just hanging back, listening to her. And then the popular girls were like, wow, he's so ugly. And I could hear that. I'm like,
Oh my god.
I was like, wait, what? Hold on, what?
That's horrible.
And then Sam was like, yeah, I know. And I was like, what?
Oh
Wait. I had imagined the picket fence, us getting married on the beach, her in that blue dress that she liked. I mean, I didn't say anything to them. I could have been like, hey, I'm right here. What's up? Say to my face, Sam. You think you're hot now? Well, you're not now. Because we're over. That's what I would do if it was current me in that time. But no, I just held back tears. That's what happened. So,
Cry?
no, I didn't. I was a man about it. I did not
men are
cry.
allowed to cry.
No, they're not.
Joshua?
Little babies cry.
No. Think of your audience.
You're right.
It's okay to cry.
It's okay to cry. But I didn't cry.
Because you're a man?
So guess what? Science class is awkward now. So go to science class, and our science teacher separates us into groups. And guess who's in my group? Freaking Sam. And we have to give a presentation to the elementary schoolers about a planet. And we get Uranus. So I'm like, this day couldn't get any worse. We had to talk to kids about Uranus, and I got called ugly by all the popular girls. Where was that story going? Right.
Uranus?
Straight in there. By the end of the year, we were like cool again. The whole Uranus thing, I guess Uranus thing, kind of brought us closer as friends, and then she would talk to me even though I guess she thought I was ugly. My first kiss was like not for another like 6 years. Like senior year of high school. No shame in that though. You know, we all go through these types of experiences. It's kind of awkward and funny. It's really funny to me in hindsight. But anyways, hope you guys liked this kind of lighthearted, fun story. But yeah, be careful who you call ugly in middle school, because you never know when the glow up's gonna happen. And also, just don't call people ugly. What the heck?
That's pretty messed up.
Talk to you later.